Hello there you beautiful bunch, it's Liquid here. I hope you're well and as always keeping safe during these current times. Now I welcome you back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video, and after the developers posted some more updates on what we can expect in the upcoming UK update for the sim, I thought I would show you a closer look at the Scottish points of interest that will be added with this update. So far we've seen screenshots of the Forth Bridges, the Kelpies, Eilean Donan Castle and the Brock of Musa, so let's take a closer look at what these look like at the moment, and I'll show you a couple of real life comparisons for a couple of these places as well. We'll start off with the Forth Bridges. Now there's three of them. You have the Forth Road Bridge, the Queensferry Crossing and the iconic rail bridge, which is also listed as a UNESCO heritage site, and I've spent many times chilling by the waterside in North Queensferry, just looking at these bridges and taking in the sights, as well as watching the progress of the Queensferry Crossing during its construction period. And all three are unique in their look, and I think it's going to be fantastic to see these structures finally added into the sim. Now back in 2019 I was fortunate enough to spend 20 minutes on top of the rail bridge, and you can even see that platform structure on top of the bridge here in the sim at the moment. And based on the screenshot that we have of the Forth Bridges, it doesn't look like that structure will basically remain, but I guess we'll find out. So we move on to the Kelpies then, the next one in our little list. A pair of very impressive horse sculptures created by Andy Scott, standing 30 metres high, located close to the city of Falkirk. And I visited these once with my family, and to be honest I was definitely impressed with how large and imposing they actually are. Flying over the site here in the sim, you can actually see the shadow of one of the horses, so it's going to be brilliant to actually see these added in. And here's also a couple of pictures I did take on my visit, with one of these photos showing a person walking around the structure, and it really gives you a sense of scale, just how large and impressive these sculptures actually are. So let's continue on with the next one here, which is Eilean Donan Castle. Now it's an absolutely stunning castle on its own little island that you access by crossing a small bridge, and the castle is located by the Lochside in the Western Highlands of Scotland. It's also a castle I've passed by several times in the car and a couple of times on the bike, but I've yet to stop and actually pay a visit to the castle itself. Now you can see here in the sim that there is a castle there, but the detail is definitely going to be improved when the update drops, as we can see by the screenshot that the developers have provided us with. And I did have plans to visit last year, but again COVID has changed that unfortunately. And our last screenshot in this list, we move on to the Brock of Musa. Now the Brock of Musa is located on the island of Musa, just to the east of Shetland. Now this point of interest is very remote and isolated, being so far north, and I'll be honest, the Brock is something I didn't know all that much about, and I had to have a quick Google to grow my brain and feed it some information. I do apologise. However, that information I did find is quite impressive. It's the tallest Brock still standing and is amongst the best preserved prehistoric buildings in Europe. Now we can see there is indeed a structure here in this sim at the moment, but thanks to the screenshot released you can also see just how much detail has been put into not only the Brock itself, but the surrounding area as well, with these rocks along the coast. So there you have it then, that's a look at the Scottish points of interest that the developers have been kind enough to tease us with, and that's going to wrap up the video. Now the upcoming update is scheduled to drop on the 11th of February, and I'm definitely looking forward to paying these sites a visit once that update drops, and of course looking at the other points of interest that will be added with the update. Not just here in Scotland, but of course the rest of the UK as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video, it's a big thanks to you as always for watching. As always, please do take care and stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one, but until then, this is Liquid, signing off.